Welcome to Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SmackDown Live 205 results. And as normal, got birthdays. January 31st, Brian Adams, Giant Gonzalez. The first pro wrestling night at the Florida Panthers hockey game is Thursday, February 9th at the BB&T Center in South Florida, Sunrise. The event features ECW original Tommy Dreamer, WWE Hall of Famer Ricky Dragon Steamboat, and former WWE superstar Christian. Cheer on the Panthers against the Los Angeles Kings and participate in a special meet and greet with the three pro wrestling legends. Pro Wrestling Night package includes exclusive autograph session access, commemorative Florida Panthers Pro Wrestling Night puck, and ticket to the Florida Panthers versus LA Kings. And you can use the promo code Wrestling Pro Wrestling and this link. As noted, a new KFC commercial with Enzo and Big Cass premiered during the Royal Rumble. WWE sent word that the spot will air in the WWE Network broadcast until WrestleMania 33 on April 2nd. The ad, which WWE collaborated on with KFC to produce plays off of KFC's existing Georgia Gold campaign, which features actor Billy Zane as the Colonel. For those who missed it, you can watch this link. Listen. Referee Charles Robinson apparently suffered a foot injury during the Rumble match with John Cena and AJ Styles. As Robinson noted on Twitter, and you can see a picture of his foot in a boot. He's only going to miss 12 days, so he said, in time for February's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. New WWE NXT announcer Nigel McGuiness was at Raw last night. Michael Colesaw tweeted the pre-show photo with Nigel, Austin Aries, and Corey Graves, and Tom Phillips. Show you that picture as well. Wrestling veteran hustler Rip Rogers has launched a GoFundMe campaign at this link. Randy Orton, who was in WWE Developmental while Rogers was the head trainer at OVW, donated $1,000 to the campaign and retweeted the link to his followers. As of this writing, the campaign titled Rip Rogers Raw Deal has raised $1,472 of a $16,000 goal by 20 people in 9 hours. Rogers wrote the following on why he's launched the campaign. I'm 60 years old, or 60 plus years old, with a kid on the way to college, a broken down vehicle, and struggling to make ends meet. Spent my life in a profession of wrestling I loved, but only reward was seeing others succeed, as I never got the respect I deserved. Maybe I was too talented, maybe I was too cocky, or maybe I just don't effing know. All I do know is that I deserve better because I put my heart and soul into it. I have a wife who is still with me, even after all the terrible things I put her through while I was trying to live the dream. So much madness I put her through, which are too horrendous to detail here, but men, we know what we sometimes do to the ones we love. Foolishness. Help is what I need. A major windfall is what I want, but a miracle is what I'm looking for. What is worse than a man who has to beg and borrow to take care of his family, relying on the compassion of others, but feel completely degraded and less of a man for all his failures. Many of you know what I'm talking about, trying to keep it together, teaching others the profession. I love and watching as they grow and succeed, knowing the thrill of success that they are feeling. I don't mind sharing the wisdom, and I love seeing all I touch succeed in the living dream. There's nothing like it. If you're so inclined, even as a little $1 will warrant overwhelming gratitude from me. Too late for me to do much else now but hope. Humble myself and ask for compassion. Thank you sincerely. Coming out of WWE's Royal Rumble pay-per-view, Raw brand main event. Plans have Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar versus Universal Champion Bill Goldberg at WrestleMania 33. Goldberg is set to face current Universal Champion Kevin Owens at March 5th Fastlane pay-per-view, whereas he's expected to win the title. We noted last week that Owens was not planned to be the champion going into WrestleMania. In regards to WrestleMania 33 plans for current WWE Champion John Cena, Dave Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio how the impression is that Cena's WrestleMania match wouldn't be celebrated, and that it's not necessarily good news. According to a source, Cena is set to defend the WWE title inside of the Elimination Chamber next month. Bray Wyatt is rumored to win that match to set up Wyatt versus Royal Rumble winner Randy Orton at WrestleMania, but not confirmed yet. Also, rumors of AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 33, while those rumors have not been confirmed. The match has been discussed by WWE officials. AJ Styles joined CBS Radio DC's Chad Dukes versus the World, the Chad Dukes wrestling show, to talk about what he's learned during his first year in WWE, his thoughts on John Cena being the current face of SmackDown Live, NXT, and his dream opponent on the WWE roster. Check out the full interview at this link here, ChadDukesWrestlingShow.com. His dream opponent in WWE. Well, I think there's that one person that everybody would like to see me work with, and that's Randy Orton. Randy and I have yet to touch in the ring. I don't think I've hit him with anything, or he's hit me. None of that's ever happened. I think that's going to be something special when it does. John Cena, what he's learned in WWE? John Cena has made AJ Styles a better performer. There's no doubt about that. AJ Styles has learned a lot from being in the WWE, but I think the thing I have had the opportunity to do more while being in WWE is actually mic work. In time, you do something a lot, you're going to get better at it. And I've certainly gotten better at getting in the ring and speaking. There's a number of things that I've gotten better at since being in WWE. I'm a better performer because of it. Fans' reaction to its performances, I kind of feel like maybe the audience thinks, oh, that's one of us. That's one of our guys. He's not the gigantic man. He's like one of us. And I feel like that's the reason why there's a connection. This guy didn't go through the process of the WWE. He came here, debuted here after being in the business for 16 years before I came to the WWE. The fact of the matter is, I just feel like people think he's one of us, or no matter what he does, sometimes we're not going to boo him. The great thing is about that is, when you're in there with someone like John Cena, he knows how to capture a crowd, no matter what they feel about him, and he finds a way to get them behind him, and that's what he's doing and saying. Also, Triple H on AJ Styles bypassing NXT and what Styles said about it, if it will happen in the future. NXT and making it directly to the main roster. There was never a discussion of NXT with me. I needed to be the main roster fairly quickly because I'm no spring chicken. But if they said, we want you to come down here and experience it, sure, I would have no reason that I wouldn't go down there and experience it, because that's what everybody does. But regardless, I was happy to be on the main roster. It was a bit of a learning curve. There's a lot of cameras, and a lot of cameras that than anywhere else I've ever seen. It's a great opportunity for me. You got to think about it. When I did make my debut, there were a lot of main stars hurt, so I think that may have had a lot to do with their decision. And that's the end of his little statement there. John Cena noted that he's been voicing a computer-generated character named Ernie the Elephant for Wonderful Pistachios. As seen in this link, it's also a commercial. And he's also got another commercial as well. The new Wonderful Pistachios commercial featuring Cena will be airing this Sunday during the Super Bowl. The new commercial features Ernie's humorous attempt to get in shape at a gym with Wonderful Pistachios. John Cena on beer company causing his t-shirt to be pulled. Working relationship with WWE and his brand. Since Ernie made his debut this fall, not only has sales volume increased 35%, he's become a big deal. Hanging out with Seattle Seahawks cornerback Richard Sherman, jet setting, and partying with the Squirrel Sisters, all while expressing his love for pistachios, said Michael Perdigao, president of Wonderful Agency. The Super Bowl is the perfect place for Ernie to show off his workout regimen, while consumers are working on their game day snacks. TampaBay.com reports that John Cena was filming a commercial for Nickelodeon's 2017 Kids' Choice Awards at Al Lopez Park in West Tampa on Wednesday at around 11 a.m. When asked what was being filmed, a crewman said, just a mayo commercial. Nothing big, however, another crew member came right behind him with a cue card that read, "Hello, my name is John Cena, and I'm your host for Nickelodeon's 2017 Kids' Choice Awards." It was noted that in one scene, Cena single-handedly defeated 6 kids in a game of tug-of-war while sipping from a child's toy teacup. In what may have been part of an opening segment for the show that starts on March 11th, there were also nearby buckets of Nick's iconic slime that were waiting to be dumped. Just announced that Rich Swann suffered a foot injury on Raw and will not be able to compete on 205 for tonight. So he's been removed at the match and replaced. And here's footage of that. Also noted on SmackDown that more than 4 million matches have already been played on the new WWE Champions mobile game, which is available on iOS and Android. The women's wrestler who lost to Carmella on tonight's SmackDown was Delilah Doom, who was trained by Funaki at his school in Texas. She used the name of Delilah Dawson on SmackDown at this link. SmackDown opened up with a look back at the Royal Rumble. AJ Styles backstage with Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan. He's going to get his rematch, but he doesn't want it in the Elimination Chamber. He wants it one-on-one. They reveal that new WWE Champion John Cena, Styles, Bray Wyatt, Baron Corbin, The Miz, and WWE Continental Champion Dean Ambrose will be in the chamber. Ambrose walked up and has words with Styles. Ambrose says he and Styles will have unfinished business to battle tonight. We're live. Mauro Ronaldo welcomes us. He's joined in by JBL, David the Tongue, and Tom Phillips. We go right to the ring. Out comes the new champion, John Cena. This link. Cena gets hype and gives props to AJ Styles before hyping the Elimination Chamber. Cena goes on until the music hits, and out comes Bray Wyatt with the Royal Rumble winner, Randy Orton. Wyatt goes on about how he will win the WWE title from Cena in the chamber and about how this is his destiny. Wyatt then introduces Orton. Orton says if Cena does make it out of the chamber alive, he will be waiting for him at WrestleMania. But one way or another, the Wyatts are going to end this cycle and set the title free. Wyatt and Orton hit the ring and surround Cena. Lights hit and they come on. Luke Harper is in the ring behind Cena. He turns to face Orton and stands with Cena. Bray and Orton leave the ring. Shane McMahon's music hits. Out he comes. He makes a tag team match to start right now. Shane's music hits and we go to commercial. Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt versus Luke Harper and John Cena at this link. Back from the break, the match is already underway as Harper takes control of Orton. Harper ends up slamming Orton on top of the announce table and staring Wyatt down right afterwards. Harper gets riled up and brings it back in the ring. Wyatt's tag in and meet Harper in the middle of the ring. They stare each other down. Harper backs up and tags Cena. Back from the break, Wyatt's are in control. Orton works Cena over and hits the second rope draping DDT. Cena finally tries to make a comeback but can't get the tag as Wyatt cuts him off. Wyatt taunts Harper on the apron. Wyatt drops Cena and stares back at Harper. Wyatt gets 2 count. Wyatt missed the senton. Orton comes in with power slam on Cena for a 2 count. Cena comes back and hits a 5-knuckle shuffle. 5 moves of doom. But Orton catches him with a backbreaker. Wyatt comes back in as does Harper, and Orton stare each other down. Wyatt tries to keep the peace, but Harper decks Orton. Wyatt goes for Sister Abigail, but Harper counters and goes for Sister Abigail. Orton comes back in, allowing Wyatt to hit Sister Abigail and Harper. Orton takes advantage and hits the RKO on Cena for the win. Wyatt family won that match. After the match, Orton and Wyatt stand tall as to go to replays. So the come segment, Naomi and Becky Lynch versus Mickie James and Alexa Bliss. Also Styles versus Ambrose back to commercial. Carmella versus Delia Sampson, or Delia Dawson came in this link. Back from the ring, out comes James Ellsworth to the stage, who announces for Carmella. Carmella's music hits and out she comes. They skip to the ring, Mickie James style. Again, the back from the break, out come. Let's see. Music hit, out she comes. They skip to the ring, matching attire. Her opponent, Delia Dawson, waits in the ring. Enhancement talent was trained by Funaki. Carmella ends up getting an easy win with an assist from Ellsworth. After the match, Carmella and Ellsworth celebrate. Callisto versus Dolph Ziggler. Highlights from this link. We go to the ring. Out comes Callisto. Back to commercial. Back from the break. Out comes Dolph Ziggler. Bell rings and Ziggler drops Callisto and takes control. Ziggler ends up getting an easy win with a super kick. After the match, Apollo Crews runs down, but Ziggler retreats into the crowd. Dusty Fuentes backstage with Naomi and Becky for words on their tag match. Match is up next. Alexa Bliss and Mickie James versus Naomi and Becky Lynch. And that can be found at that link. Mickie looks to start off with Becky, but she tags in Bliss instead. Back and forth start. Naomi eventually gets a hot tag and runs wild. Mickie and Bliss try to double team. Naomi, while the referee is distracted, Becky tackles Mickie out of the ring. Naomi ends up hitting split-legged moonsault on Bliss for the win. After the match, Becky and Naomi celebrate. We go to replays. SmackDown Tag Team Champions American Alpha are backstage with Dasha. They're headed to the ring to issue an open challenge at this link. Back from the break, SmackDown Tag Team Champions Chad Gable and Jason Jordan are out to the ring for their open challenge. Usos were out to answer. Ascension were out next. Bob Villains were followed. Breezango, Heath Slater, and Rhino were out. Big Brawl breaks out in the ring and spills to the floor. Back to commercial. Back from the break, Brawl settles down. Only American Alpha and Slater and Rhino are left in the ring. Alpha's music hits, and that's it for that segment. That was supposed to be a tag team turmoil match. We see video from last week of Nikki Bella and Natalya brawling from outside the arena. Then backstage later that night, they go backstage to Bryan and Natalya. She has security and says that she doesn't feel safe anymore. Nikki appears and Natalya puts one of her guards on in front. Nikki can't believe she has security. Bryan brought them here to make an announcement, but they won't start arguing. Bryan makes Nikki versus Natalya at Elimination Chamber. Natalya storms off. Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles. We go to Ray Outcomes Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose for this non-title match. AJ is out next week as we go to commercial. Back for the break, Miz is out with Maurice for commentary. Cena versus Orton is announced for next week. Styles versus Ambrose starts off as they go back and forth. Ambrose with an arm drag and a scoop slam. Ambrose takes AJ down and keeps him grounded. Ambrose keeps control of AJ on the mat with a submission. They also aired a promo with Cruiserweight Champion Neville to Hype 205 live episode. They end up on the floor as AJ suckers Ambrose in and kicks him. AJ brings him back in to the ring, works over Ambrose while he's on his knees. AJ with a forearm and a 2 count. Ambrose turns it back around but gets sent into the ring post. AJ now gets another 2 count. Ambrose comes back again and unloads with the right hands. Ambrose sends AJ to the floor and goes to the top, but Baron Corbin's music interrupts and out he comes. Ambrose watches him march to the ring. AJ recovers on the floor and looks on as we go to commercial. Back for the break, Baron on commentary. AJ works over Ambrose in the ring, hits a backbreaker. Corbin and Miz argue on the commentary as AJ keeps control. Ambrose finally counters, but has Dirty D's blocked. AJ unloads with strikes and hits a springing neck breaker. Ambrose comes back with clotheslines. Ambrose goes for a superplex, but AJ slides out and drops Ambrose into the turnbuckle face first. More back and forth. Ambrose rolls Styles up for a 2 count. AJ with a kick. Ambrose dumps AJ to the apron. AJ goes for the phenomenal forearm, but Ambrose knocks him to the floor. Ambrose runs the ropes for a dive, but AJ nails the forearm. AJ goes for a phenomenal forearm, but Ambrose catches him when he's coming in. And they block. They block the signature moves, but Ambrose slams AJ on his back for a close 2 count. AJ comes off the second rope, but Ambrose catches him in midair. AJ turns that into a 2 count. Then AJ drops Ambrose over his knee and covers for a 2 count. AJ ends up going for the Styles Clash, but it's blocked. They trade pin attempts. AJ comes back with a Pele kick, but Ambrose comes back with a lunatic lariat. And they both hug. AJ connects with a Pele kick. Ambrose comes back with a lunatic lariat. They both go down. AJ ends up on the floor again. Ambrose goes up top and nails the top rope elbow to the floor. Miz tries to make a come in. Tries to come in, but Corbin stops him. Distraction with the referee while Ambrose is covering for the pin. Ambrose comes over and takes out both Corbin and Miz. Ambrose goes back to AJ, but Styles catches him in the Styles Clash for the non-title win. After the match, AJ quickly has his hand raised before leaving the ring. Miz enters the ring and picks up Ambrose for a skull-crushing finale. Miz drops Ambrose on his face to stand tall. Corbin grabs Miz from behind and hits the end of days. Corbin drops Ambrose for the end of days next. Corbin's music hits as he stands tall over Ambrose. SmackDown goes off the air with Corbin starring Okay. Miz drops Ambrose on the face and stands tall. Corbin grabs Miz from behind, hits the end of days. Corbin drops Ambrose for the end of days next. Corbin's music hit as he stands tall over Ambrose. SmackDown goes off the air with Corbin staring AJ down. Number 205. We see Neville's road to winning the championship as the announce team welcomes us to the show. Corey Graves breaks the news that Swan was injured on Monday's Brawl with a new champ and will be unable to compete tonight. Jack Gallagher announced as his replacement in our tag main event. Akira Tozawa debuts. Tony Nese versus Lince Dorado at this link. Power versus speed here. Although Nese isn't exactly slow, they trade reversals early on. Dorado hits a flying crossbody and a modified head scissor takedown. Dorado looks for the baseball slide, but it comes up early. Nese turns back in and slows the pace with some power and submissions. Dorado goes up top after stunning Nese, but Nese rolls through and hits a chop on Dorado. Trademark kick to the midsection lifts Dorado on his shoulders that leads to the gutbuster. Cover for a 2 count. Dorado catches Nese and hits a power slam for okay. Dorado hits a flying crossbody and modified head scissors takedown. Dorado looks for a baseball slide, but it comes empty. Nese lures him back and slows the pace. Spires in submission. Dorado goes up top after stunning Nese, but Nese rolls through and hits a chop on Dorado. Trademark kick to all that. I read that. Cover for a 2 count. Dorado catches Nese and hits a power slam after a few loud strikes. Whip exchange ends in a handspring stunner from the Golden Links. Nese regains advantage, heads up top. Dorado stalls, but Nese sends him down after grabbing the mask. Nese lowers the knee pad and delivers a running knees for the win. After the match, Nese goes back after defeated Dorado. TJ Perkins music hits and he comes to make the save after hitting the detonation kick to Nese to a pretty good, decent pop. Get a recap of Swan and Neville, Brawl for Brawl. Backstage with Tom Phillips, who's with his former champ. Swan is shown with a boot and crutches and says, "I'll be out for a bit." He hypes Jack Gallagher in tonight's match, and Neville interrupts and takes out Swan, and Phillips heads for the heels. Video for Grand Metalik, who will be debuting soon. Brian Kendrick comes out for commentary as he drapes his flag over the announce table. Akira Tozawa versus Aaron Solo at this link. I wouldn't have debuted Tozawa in Corpus Christi, but what I do know, Tozawa playing a full-fledged babyface in this one. Quite the opposite from his role in the CWC. He faces off against indie wrestler and WWE superstar Bayley's fiance, Aaron Solo. He shows off the full offensive arsenal from senton to stiff strikes. The trademark yells are getting over. Rolls through and hits a beautiful step German suplex for a win. After the match, Aries jokingly interviews Tozawa about the language barrier. Tozawa cuts what appeared to be a hilarious promo in Japanese and gets a nice pop. Backstage with Dar Neville, the champ says he didn't ask to be Dar's partner and better hope he doesn't mess it up. Dar says Neville is the captain of the team. Neville also says he doesn't care about Dar's love life and to leave his baggage Fox at home. Crazy Alicia isn't thrilled with the opinion, and Dar attempts to calm her down. Neville and Noam Dar versus Jack Gallagher and Cedric Alexander. at this link, highlights. Dar listened to the champ, and Fox is not at ringside. Yet, nice pop for the face team, as both Alexander and Gallagher got some of the most consistent positive reaction. Odd to note that they switched to face the heel team side of the ring for this one. The English was starting to things off the match, and Neville, using his power advantage early on, got her handstands out of a hold for a quick giggle. Neville goes back to work and focuses on the arms of Gallagher to prevent his catch style of grappling. Gallagher goes after Neville's arm as well as taking him down with a snap and short 1 count. The champ gets tired of the back and forth and just lands a big right to gain control and makes the tag to Dar. Got her with a headstand in the corner and zips his way up the ropes to land a side headlock. Tag made to Alexander, and Neville berating his partner from the tag rope. Athletic whip exchange between the two accumulates with Alexander's head scissors, takedown, and textbook dropkick. Tag made to Gallagher, or got hurt. Commentary ribbing Ronaldo on his call of clock the other night. Neville, not legal, wails on Gallagher in the corner, and the tag now made. Double kick to the back of the gentleman's head. Running forearm to the face of Gallagher in the corner for a 2 count. Missile drop kick from Neville and pointed elbow. Dar tags himself in and shows off some unique offense of his own. Dar back in good graces of the champ as the tag is voluntarily made this time. Gallagher getting worked over as Alexander makes a challenge from the outside. Down with another blind tag. Gallagher with a small package cover. Headbutt from Gallagher and knocked himself into a pin, and Neville has to break it up. Crowd getting behind the gentleman. He disposes of Dar by a drop kick, by a back body drop. Dar crawls for the tag. Neville refuses and leaves Dar hung out to dry. Hot tag to Cedric. And what a hot tag it is. Springboard clothesline nearly the length of the ring. Springboard insecurity from Alexander, and Dar tries to roll out. Gallagher grabs the escapade that leads to the lumbar check from Alexander. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Winners by pinfall, Gallagher and Cedric Alexander. And that concludes my SmackDown and 205 results. Thanks again. Peace out. See you on over via. You don't know, just call me, brothers.